Okay guys, so I just came back from the store not too long ago. It took me longer than I thought it was going to take me, about 45 minutes or maybe an hour. But yeah, so it was down there. I think like I was right over there, like a little bit past this green light right here, and that's my son. It started raining, so I already knew because I brought the umbrella. So I think there's the police. After I went like this to him, I went like this. Kind of like the one-handed Triple H sign. They went down one side of the street and they came back. Baby, it's past that. That shit is way old. So there's a bus stop here. Instead of me littering like I almost started to because I felt like this place was trash, I decided to come to this trash can that they had Dick Sucker Supreme on the top. But that's what all those gang stalkers are. So the thing is, I'm saying this, something dawned on me when I passed by that street right there. Let me see. So fuck me looking at myself. On that street, I saw a, let me walk. I'm trying to make sure the umbrella stays right there while I walk. It might move. Yeah, it'll probably move, so. Put it inwards inside of here with my baby. I have something on the front of the stroller. I jimmy rigged this stroller and made it perfectly fit for me. But I'm about to head home. It's about a 15-minute train ride. So, but factor in the wait time for the train to actually show up. Maybe about 30 minutes we'll be home. So, I just remembered something because I don't hear those freaking voices, baby. Okay, so what that tell you? All right, so there's a street right there. When I walked by and I saw that truck right there, that white truck, van, whatever you call it, Sprinter. The popo ain't shit out here. That's why I did that. It just dawned on me. Somebody gonna be like, why would she be doing that to the popo? Because they was driving by me that whole night, and that explains why the Portland police later on ignored what I was telling them about the dude that was standing in the hallway like he had a gun in his pocket waiting for me to come to the elevator on that side where he was at after he walked out of the hall, and about the people harassing me. They just ignored me and said they're gonna put a hold on me, and then tried to do some stupid shit like one of the dumbass officers. I know not all officers are pitiful, but majority of them seem like they're just senseless. They got a bash. That's why. And from a video I saw earlier today about the Polk County officers, they seem like some legit. Now, if I were to go live in Florida, I will live in that county, that Polk County, Florida, wherever it is. Because I heard a video yesterday that basically solidified something that I already knew when he said we don't have a broken immigration system. The immigration system, or whatever they called it, is non-existent. And basically he was kind of trying to tell the people the facts to show that the reason why that MFer is non-existent is because the federal government is not doing their job, he says. And that just solidifies something that I already knew back then, is that the reason why them MFers is not doing their job is because they're in on the shit. He said Polk County, baby, a lady tried to get away. Basically, if you guys go watch that video, I'll see if I can find that. But I thought it was a commercial. I was watching a video, and then an ad came on, and then all of a sudden it went straight to that video. So, anyways, the police, I consider the police out here just like the federal government. They just put on uniforms just to act like they doing some. But they in on a lot of the bullshit that's going on. And so, anyways, back to what's been going on. So, real quick, I'm going to talk about how, because we was outside at a time like this, but it was later than what it is now. It's about like 10 something. It may be almost 11 o'clock. But we was out here past 11 o'clock. I was tripping because I was out here for hours. Didn't know what the fuck was going on. It may have been around maybe 6 or 7 p.m. when I got out here back in 2022. There's this guy watching me. He's sitting there drinking beers. I was watching him already when I went to that trash can. And sometimes, like, I just not too long ago got done making that video about the large log of doo-doo that's down there. somebody couldn't, they had to let it out right there on the sidewalk. But anyways, just to be quick as possible, I started hearing some crazy tripping voices more and more and more, and a lot of the shit started that I was going through with the heavy gang stalking at this particular Fred Meyer on, I guess it's the 99th and Gateway Transit Center. Like, the transit center is behind that's Fred Meyer's, and I remember hearing some crazy voices all of a sudden. Like, they got louder all of a sudden when I became in fear. And how I know that they got louder when I got in fear is because that situation I was talking about when I thought some sort of explosion had happened from a small little device that I broke. Because at first I was tripping, y'all. I thought the voices was coming from that fucking device that lady gave me. Because it's like she knew that I was going to need a breast pump when I came into the office, and she had one already there. And she said, oh, here, I have one for you. And it probably was just a spare. But that stuff didn't start happening like that until after she gave me that breast pump. And I broke it because I wanted to see if there was some sort of microphone or some chip or some shit that was in it or what. Because it didn't start until after my lactation nurse gave me that. And keep in mind, this is the same lactation nurse that every time I saw that green Toyota 4Runner with the license plate 41444 on the back follow me up and down the street like this in Hills in Beaverton off Allen Boulevard, I saw that same car up here in Portland the same day that I saw that lactation nurse up here all of a sudden. And the guy that knew about gang stalking because he got involved in it, James, the dude that is mentioned on other videos, I haven't seen him no more after a lady that works at a 7-Eleven got my page. I subscribed to her channel. She probably went to my channel, and the stuff I talked about, he might have been on there. I have not seen that guy ever since. It's like he totally disappeared now, because I was seeing him all the time up until that point. But anyways, what I'm trying to say about that lady, I'm trying to keep from saying the name too much, but when she gave me that device, that weird different type of pump, that's when all that BS happened. I be seeing trucks like that always be around me somehow, but they be black. Those newer SUV, that's the undercover. I think they might be playing like they a motherfucker, because I see the license plate. I think they playing like they a Lyft driver. They might be trying to up the score. Up the ante on the gang stalking and pretend they Lyft drivers when they actually undercover popos. But I'll get it home, girl. But yeah, so I remember, anyways, longer story short, after I had broke that device, and I actually put a tiny bit of water on it to make sure it didn't start making other people hear voices. Even in my sorrowful time of me going crazy, I was trying to calm myself, thinking I'm protecting other people from not taking that device to their to their house. Oh, they just talking shit to each other in the car. Just going on, y'all. They better not be saying nothing to me, because I ain't even worried about that. All of a sudden I heard them saying some stuff. But anyways, it's because that stuff's not happening anymore. That's how I know that the shit was orchestrated and organized back in 2022 after my mom and grandma died. They thought they were real strategic. And I'm about to come bring this together real quick, because I see I'm already about to be up on 10 minutes already on this video. But so I remember walking out those doors, and I came out here, and as soon as I did that, all of a sudden the voices got louder. And mind you, I'm explaining that the voices didn't sound like, maybe I was hearing voices in my head like I was schizophrenic and I'm just hearing like some other entities in my head. They sounded like they were RF frequency, like from a radio, like somebody was on a fucking radio and somehow it was being transmitted to my mind or my occipital lobe, whatever that lobe is that has something to do with auditory hearing and stuff. I don't know what the fuck they do, but that technology does exist. One of the technology is called the active denial system. Hi, baby. You woke now, honey bunny? I got some snacks for you too. Okay, guys, I'm about to go home, so it's getting later and it's starting to be in the raining season now. But the rain doesn't it doesn't melt me. I don't mind, but I don't want my son out here. But yeah, so I walked out those doors. The voices got louder. I started freaking out which way to go. They were tormenting me, telling me they were saying, "Oh, don't go that way. Go this way. Go that way." And it's crazy because I sound like a fucking lunatic. But at that time, I would consider myself so. But guess what? No one called the police. The police kept following me all around. The police didn't stop me when they saw me out at this time of night, sitting outside with my son in the street. Nobody, every person I saw, not just in this area, in other areas where it looks strange for a woman to be seen out at a certain time of night pushing a stroller and then sitting there on a bench out in the middle of the open and stuff like that. Months later, after stuff like that happened, that's when they want to just force the situation to happen and say, oh, she's crazy, put her in the psychiatric unit. But you see how they come in smooth? When that night happened, baby, they was up and down this street like nobody's business. It shouldn't have been no crimes that happened that night on this street, at least. Because I'm just saying all this. I'm gonna close this umbrella real quick. Alright, so the real reason why I made this video, though, is because when I came out of that building, I heard these crazy voices, and it sounded like people were talking on some sort of microphones or some shit like that. That's the best way I can explain it. And here go another one. I never see police this much coming up and down streets. And I saw how my phone looked like it kind of froze for a second.